Now I saw something kind of interesting. You might be seeing this too. I've now seen two different posts, both are kind of along the same lines. So both of these concerned the Bay Area of California, and how everybody's been kind of wondering, like, what market are you going to see some very, very serious, like, signs of price cuts, this, that, and the other? Like, how long are people going to be able to hold out? Because, of course, at some point, they might have to renegotiate. There's a lot of people that have locked in mortgages for places that they want to do as rentals, but at a certain point, it's like, well, but are you going to rent the place? Are you going to, sublease it or lease it at all? And so now that's hit. And one of the interesting ones was a story that was about the price tag was $1.5 million, but it sold at 1.1. So that was, and this was some big luxury apartment. And then the other was that a drop in price within only a few months of 12% in Oakland, California, in a relatively recently developed building. And so it was it wasn't like an old, funky place or anything like that. So the whole deal was 12% off fundamentally. And with the abandonment now that Finance Hat's been showing, how the entire Powell Street shopping corridor in the center of downtown San Francisco, that's totally shut down. There's just nothing there. Went to the entire stretch from Civic Center. Pretty much have seen Civic Center to the Embarcadero, all that stuff. It's all closed. That's a huge stretch. That's the stretch in San Francisco. But everything I've seen, it's shut down pretty much. And now, more and more, it's becoming this thing of why would you live in a luxury apartment in a city that while beautiful, no longer has any of the amenities of somebody who would own such an apartment. These are the people who go to Saks Fifth Avenue. These are the people who shop at Union Square. And now, even Union Square has shut down, and the hotels at Union Square are trying to sell off. They just turned the keys over, if I remember correctly. Two of the major hotels have turned the keys over. So it's there's this part of it that I keep thinking of, like, as if you're looking off into the distance, into the ocean, and you're like, oh, things are still beautiful. Oh, there's nothing to worry about. And then you see like this, oh, look, a falling star, or shooting star. And that, the shooting star keeps going and going and going. And that you're like, wait a second. And you see it like fall, like kind of into the ocean somewhere, just at about the horizon. Like, in a way, that's kind of what I'm thinking this is like. The falling star is hitting the horizon, and now we're just waiting for the wave. And it's going to be kind of neat to see. But yeah, that $500,000 off, that's something else. And so, that's quite a discount. And so, I just, if you guys got something, you post some links to some things you think others should know about in this regard. Because remember, we're starting to hear more and more about the Airbnb thing just folding in more and more places. And, Oh, and so one of the places I got this from, there's Finance Hat, and then the other person, of course, Jeremy over at Reventure Consulting. Yeah. All right, later.